Hello stars, welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, hi, it's good to see you. So if you guys have seen my last few shorts, then you know I'm kind of trying to switch career paths, which doesn't mean I'm trying to stop writing or stop being a writer. Writing isn't my career. I mean like my 9 to 5, which I'm in a career that's like, it's fine, it's okay, but I don't love it. And I don't see the point in continuing a job I don't love. Like, if I'm gonna have to do it for the rest of my life, I want it to be something I enjoy. So, we're on a journey to kind of make that happen. And I'm trying to just kind of relearn what was taught to me in college, one of the many things that was taught to me in college. And that's like the art of typography. That's kind of what I want to get into. And so I'm actually I'm staying at my parents' house these next few days because they are off to visit my cousin. So I just dropped them off at the airport. Terrifying, by the way, so stressful. I hate driving in general. Driving to the airport, even worse. But that doesn't mean I get use of her car while she's gone. But I have a desktop at my house, but I just brought my laptop over here. But I realized all of my work is saved onto that computer. So I need to go get all that information before I can actually work on it. But today today's my day off. So I really want to sit and focus on learning all of this, because the day I decided to really start doing this, I haven't had a day off. That was one of the days I worked, and then I've worked since. So I need to go get all of that first. So it is 8:42. I'm just gonna run to my house and get all of that stuff and then come back and immediately start working on doing this. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna run home really quick and I will update you guys once I am there and downloading all of this stuff onto a USB. So I'm home, but I just realized that I took my mouse with me. I have a Bluetooth mouse somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And I can't get anything if I can't use the computer. This is so stupid. How did I forget that? I don't want to drive home, I don't want to drive to my mom's house all the way to drive home again. So I'm really hoping I can find this mouse somewhere. I just actually have no idea where it could be. This is what I've resorted to doing. Do you see it moving? It's a really weird setting thing that I didn't know was a thing, but you'd be surprised how much you can get done without a mouse and how difficult it is and how many keyboard shortcuts you learn. I was able to do it anyway, and I was able to eject it. So now I have everything I need on here, and I will be going home to my mother's house to actually work on it. And I don't think I forgot anything else, so I don't think I'll need to come back. Okay, I am officially at my mom's house again, and I have everything set up. I have everything I need here. That was a hassle. I am just going to get right to it, honestly. I'm gonna delete all this extra stuff that I no longer need in here. Maybe I should actually just entirely redo the typesetting for that, because I think there needs to be bigger margins. So on the inside, just to, account for actually binding the book, but that would be a good practice, I think, redoing the entire thing. But yeah, I will redo everything. It only took me a couple hours. I was just doing it across a couple days. And now that I remember how to do everything, I would like to be able to do it all in one go. And plus learn the extra couple things just to make it look really good. Okay, quick update. It is 1:08. I put on YouTube in the background so I could do this. The most annoying part is done with now. I need to figure out a way to do that quicker, because that is that takes too long. Like, I started this probably 9:30 and it's 1 o'clock. And this isn't even that long of a novel. If I had a long novel, that would literally be my whole day doing that. Since it is 1, I am gonna take a lunch break. I'm gonna make myself some food and then work while I eat. Basically, I did the bare minimum for the text. Now I have to go in, do the title page, and add in any extra fonts, make sure everything's looking nice, because I did the bare minimum so they all line up. But now I just need to make sure it actually, fine tune it. I need to fine tune it. This will probably take another couple hours, I think, which is insane. I didn't think it would take this long, to be honest. I thought I'd be done this by now, but that's okay. For some reason I didn't decide to look up a different way to do that before I finished it. It's fine. I got my dinner. No, I got my lunch, and I'm going to work on the title page as I eat. All right, except lunch is done, title page is done, and so now I'm going to go into the line-by-line details on the actual story, and then I'm going to write the extra stuff. Okay. I'm sorry, you can hear my dogs playing in the background. Okay, this is not wanting to sit normal again. That's done. That took forever. Like, honestly, it is 3:44 now, but I was able to finish it, and I think it's getting better, but it's taking way too long. I should be able to do that in like half a day, not a whole day. If this was technically like a work day, if I work 9 to 5, I only have 2 hours left. That took way too long. So I think something I'm going to have to do is just do that over and over and over again until I can get it down within a couple hours, which is it's going to take a while, considering, you know, it takes me however many hours to do it in the first place. It takes me 5 hours to get that whole thing done. I'd like to be able to do it 3 hours. Be quick with it. Now, I'm going to take a break from this one, and I'm going to, hi Reeser, I'm going to try and typeset the short story I did. It was just an old short story. I rewrote it last night, but it's quite short. I think it's just under 1,000. I think it's just over 1,000. Yeah, 1,325 words. So that is like 300 more words than it was, because I think it was originally for a magazine, but I didn't get into the magazine, but it was, I think, a limit of 1,000 words, or had to be around 1,000 words. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how this is going to work. I've never had to typeset something like this. I don't think I ever will, because I'm trying to get into typesetting novels, so I don't have any other full-length novel ready for me to just typeset. So the same project is going to have to be done over and over and over again until I get it. There's, I think, one thing specifically is what took me hours to do. So I might actually just try and figure out how to do that now instead of redoing the whole thing again. I did it. Okay. It was actually a pretty easy fix. So I'm so excited. I will have to do that later because I don't feel like doing it now. But I'm going to run through my manuscript again, do it all one more time, and see how long that takes me, because that would have just saved me hours of work. I lied. I'm actually doing this again in the same night. Let me get a brighter screen up here. There we go. So, I don't know, I felt like I really wanted to try to do this and see how quickly I can get it done. I am watching Into the Spider-Verse because I haven't watched Across the Spider-Verse, and it's been years since I've watched this one, so I'm gonna watch that while I do this. We're gonna time myself, Right now it is 6:52. So I'll update you when I get back after I've done the entire thing once. Like, I need to create the document to exporting it into print or to PDF. Okay, so I did finish. It is 9:36. I finished at 9:25, but I noticed something was off with the page numbers, so I went to go fix it, and I have frozen my computer. I can't shut down the thing. Even if I turn off my computer, it doesn't go away. It's stuck like that now. So technically I did finish. I have it all up here. I finished Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm on Across the Spider-Verse now. I haven't seen this one, so I am gonna focus on it now. But I'm gonna say it took like little over an hour and a half to get this done, which that even took longer than it should have, because when it got to doing like the line by line stuff, because there are some stuff that I can't make a shortcut for, when it came to doing that stuff, first I started doing it, got like first chapter done, and then I realized it was in the wrong font. So I had to go change the font, and then that changed everything. So I had to go back and redo it. And then as I was redoing it, I got to page like 65, and then I realized that the paragraphs weren't justified. So then I had to do that, and then I had to restart again. So it did take me an extra while because I just kept forgetting these little things. So I'm definitely going to do this same thing again a couple times. Not tonight. My eyes are like kind of burning because I'm doing this in the dark. I'm not very smart. And okay, my computer's not usually this bright. I have it dimmed, but you can't see me if it's dimmed, so I turned it bright for the video. But yeah, I'm gonna repeat this process until I have it down and I'm not forgetting anything, and I can finish this within like 2 hours, which I've already did. So maybe if I can finish it in an hour, that would be great. And then I will try and find another manuscript, a full manuscript, and try and do that. I want to get the paper copy, get it ready for like print down first, because that's kind of what I want my main focus to be, and then afterward I will focus on learning EPUB. But yeah, so for now, while my computer is broken, I'm going to just shut it down and watch my movie. But we did good. I took just over an hour and a half to get that done, which I feel like that was great considering this morning it took me 5 hours to do it. So fixing that one thing, like I said, it saved me a lot of time. Okay, we're doing it again. It's the morning. It is 9:33. We're going to see how long it takes for me to get everything done. If you're wondering why I'm wearing the exact same clothes, it's because I forgot to bring any extra clothes. So this is what I'll be in. Like, I brought my work clothes and then I brought this. So. Okay, it's official. 10:58 and I am done. I have it all saved as a PDF, so it's like official done. So that took under an hour and a half, like just a couple minutes under, but that's good. This is what the official, like, actual system I'm using looks like. So I can get a whole story done in an hour and a half. Although since I'm so used to this story and I've been doing it like over and over and over again, since I've done it so many times, I don't have to like go over and relook at it, see like, oh, is that good? Is that okay? Because I already know when I do one thing, what happens on the next page, because I'm so used to the manuscript. So I am going to, okay, what the fuck is going on? Okay, no, you don't understand. It was nice and sunny this morning, a little bit cold, that was fine. Literally 2 minutes ago, I looked outside and it was snowing. And now it's fucking sunny again. I'm not lying, there's snow over there. You see that? That just happened. Max, come inside. Come in. Come inside. Max, sir. Since you met the other one. This is Reese. He doesn't like the cold. What was I saying? Got so distracted by the fact that it stopped snowing. I was driving to work today. Anyway, now I'm going to use ChatGPT again because it is very helpful when learning everything. I'm going to get it to like act like a client would, and I'm gonna ask it to give me a manuscript and certain guidelines to like go by, and then I'll typeset that and I'll give it back, and I'll ask it to give me feedback like it is a client, and anything a real client in this world might ask for it to be changed, you know? It'd be more realistic for the timeline because obviously I'm not going to be redoing a single manuscript over and over and over again. I'm actually so proud of myself. I went from 5 hours to an hour and a half in like 2 days, so I'm happy. Okay, so it is Friday. It is 2:14. I don't know why, I've just been exhausted today, like so tired. Got up at 8:30, had a nap from like 10 till 1, and then made some food. But, well, okay, I say I don't know why, but to be fair, I have been working a lot, and when I'm not working, I'm doing this, so it does make sense that I've been so tired. But we're getting a later start today. I'm just going to do one round, I think. I did go and get some more like information on this whole thing, like what to expect from the actual job situation and how I would go about doing all of that. I did that last night, so I've been writing everything down in this notebook just because it's nice to know this kind of stuff. So that's all I really wrote for that, but just the fact that I'm so tired is making me question if I want to do some more of this and like really get into it today, or rest, because I seem to need some rest. I'm surprised because I'm more exhausted today than I am on days I work full 8-hour shift and then come back and do this. So I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. I'll probably check ChatGPT and see what it gives me, and then if it seems like a lot, I might not try and do it. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. All right, I did ask ChatGPT to give me just to act like a client. So he gave me like a little bit of chapter 1 and a little bit of a chapter 2, and then it asked me to format it and gave me like guidelines to go by. I did that and then went back for feedback. It gave me a lot of feedback, but a lot of it wasn't in my job. Like a lot of it would have been finished or done in proofreading and like editing, that kind of stuff. So that didn't really help me at all, to be honest. And it was so short, it was literally not even 2 full pages. So I don't feel like that did anything, which is wonderful. The best practice is just my own stuff because it's a proper book. But I don't get the practice with the style sheets and the guidelines, which might just be something I have to figure out when I actually get a job, you know? With my experience, I'll have to get entry level anyway, so it would make sense. So I guess now the next course of action is just to work on portfolio pieces, which I did write down a couple things to do for portfolio pieces. Yeah, so I have one done. I have an idea for the second one, which is going to be the hardest one to do. And then I don't know about the third one, but the fourth and fifth I can figure out pretty easily. The third one, it's just like a more difficult piece with that's either nonfiction, has images in it, or has a lot of different text elements to it, which is more common in nonfiction, I believe. So I don't write nonfiction, so I wouldn't be able to use one of my pieces for that. I don't have images because I don't have anywhere to get images unless I just use like free images, but then none are quite right. Next step is just building up the portfolio, which I feel like I'm gonna do over the next week. I'm not gonna worry about doing that today. I should actually write what I did today. But in other words, I think that means I am done for now. Because I just wanted to practice once. I can go back and practice on my own long form piece, but I think I kind of have that down, and there's only so much you can do by doing the same piece over and over and over again. So in other words, that is the end of today's video, which is crazy. I did actually get a lot done. I've done a lot this week. I mean, it hasn't even been a week. Tomorrow is the weekday from when I started doing all this, when I downloaded this program to do. But yeah, I don't know what next week's gonna be. Probably gonna be back to writing because that's what I want my content to mostly focus on. But for now, I hope you stars enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Bye bye.